Hi everyone, I'm trying something new today. Returning viewers probably know me as having a pretty robotic delivery, and I'm coming here today no script. I just want to talk to you guys. So I'm making a video for everyone that is not champion for the bare minimum mechanics that you need to work on to get to champion. So for gold player and above, flip and shooting. For plat players and above, Wavedash, dribbling, flicks. And for diamond player, fast aerial. This does not mean that you only work the mechanics from your rank. It means that you need to be proficient in all the mechanics up until your rank. You need to work on these. Only 6 that I'm asking you. There's only 6 that you need. If you get good with those 6 mechanics, you're going to be champion, no problem. A little bit of game sense, but that we can work in another video. So let's not waste any more time and just get into it. I want you guys to understand why training is so important. One good example would be dribbling. Let's say you generally want to improve your dribbling. In a ranked game, you're going to dribble, 10, 20 seconds per game, max. By the time you get the ball in the car, you're going to get challenged, you're going to flick over the guy, and then your possession ended. In 5 seconds, maybe you do that a few times during the game. If you do 5 minutes of dribbling, pure dribbling and training, you did the dribbling that you would do in 15 games. We take shooting. You finish your games with 5 shots? Most of them aren't actual shots even. It's just a ball that was pushed towards net. Let's say you do 5 minutes of shooting. You take a shot every 5 seconds or 5 minutes. You're gonna take 60 shots in 5 minutes. The power of practicing is to multiply the time you're actually doing the mechanic, and that's why it's so powerful. How do we build a training regiment? You heard me all throughout the video. I was talking to you and I was saying, hey, do 5 minutes of this, do 5 minutes of that. That's basically what I mean. How I used to build my sessions in Rocket League is I would log on, I would do 2 minutes of recoveries, 5 minutes shooting, 5 minutes dribbling, 5 minutes flicks, and 5 minutes fast aerial. Put a timer for each. 5 minutes. When you're done, move on to the next one. Try to keep it quick. If you do this, you're going to end up with a warm-up routine of 22 minutes. Let's say you have 2 hours to play. You go on and you play your rank session. But try to stop 20 to 30 minutes before you actually have to stop the game. Okay? Now, your brain's going to be tired from playing rank and thinking about rotation and trying to win and stuff, but your hands are going to be warm. It is the best time to practice something new, something you don't master yet. What I call candy mechanic, something that you enjoy. It's the time to do your best stealing shot practice, your best air dribble practice. Go practice something fun, something flashy, something more engaging for you. And then you're done your candy mechanic time, turn off the game, boot it up the next day, 2 hours, you go through it again, over and over. As many times you can do this cycle in a week, the faster you're gonna climb. I see a lot of comments about climbing with no mechanics. Okay, these people that do the climbing with no mechanics, they know how to shoot, they know how to dribble, they know how to flick, they know how to fast aerial. What they say with no mechanics is no air dribble, no flip resets, no flashy stuff. They just play the game, simple, good rotations, good shot on nets. That is climbing with no mechanics. I want your core basic mechanics to be the best ones in the lobby. If you do, you're going to be the strongest player in the lobby. You're going to be the more consistent player in the lobby. People that only bank on their advanced mechanic When they have a bad mechanic day, they can't do anything. If your core mechanics are solid, even if you whiff a few shots during your day, you still have your dribbling to fall back on. You can still be quick on the field. You can still take good decisions. There's a lot of things you can do. Practice, guys, practice. I know it's hard. I know it's not always the most fun. Put yourself a video on the second stream. Watch one of my live stream or one of my coaching sessions. You're gonna work on your game sense at the same time. Compound your practice while you're doing your training. Boot up either on your phone or on your second monitor or something like that. Put one of my videos up there and do your practice. And you're gonna have someone with you that's playing Rocket League and it's gonna talk while you practice. It's gonna be engaging, motivating, telling you, I know you can do it. Everyone can get to champion. You just need to put a little dedication. Half flip is basically the first actual mechanic that you need to learn and practice in your Rocket League journey. It's a great way to turn around and accelerate at the same time. There are two ways of half flipping. The first one I'm going to show you is the most efficient one that I would want you to practice. The first thing to be able to do this, you need to go into your setting, control, and make sure that you have either air roll left or air roll right bound to your controller somewhere. What you're going to do is you're going to do a backflip. And when you start your backflip, you can put your joystick back up to cancel the flip halfway. You need to keep your joystick up or else it's gonna restart flipping if you let go too fast. And when you're upside down, you just need to use the air roll left or right that we just bound to our controller to land back on your wheels. So that's the proper half flip. The other half flip is by doing a diagonal backflip and canceling it. What's fun with this one is you can actually go 90 degrees half flip. But it's not as efficient to go back. So I want you to practice this one. If you are a returning viewer, most likely you heard me talk about this subject a lot. It's my pet peeve. In 2024, 2025, people do not practice their shooting nearly enough. When I say shooting, it's the same mechanic to make a pass, to clear the ball, pass it to yourself with either the backboard or the sidewall. It's to hit the ball with power and accuracy. You need to practice your shooting. I put it in the gold category, so you guys start practicing shooting early. But I'm now Grand Champion 2 and I still practice my shooting. And I still miss sometime. You guys need to practice your shooting. 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes a day. Take a few shots before you play. Training pack that you like. So I'm gonna go through a few ways to practice your shooting. The first way to practice your shooting for PC players is this workshop map aim training by Coco. At some point in your progression, this will become not sufficient, but for the beginning to practice having solid contact on the ball, it's a great tool. If you don't know how to access workshop map, whether you're with Steam or with Epic, I have a video that I'm gonna link in the description. The key for taking good shots is to hit right after the bounce with the corner of the car. And when I practice with this workshop map, I put a timer for 5 minutes and I take shots like this. The First training pack I would suggest is this one, 10 Shots to Master by Cbell. We're going to take a look at it as if we're gold. So basically we want to practice power shots. So right after the bounce, we want to be there to take the shot on the ball. Bounce, take the shot. And we try to get a good, powerful hit on net. So at first, you can let the ball bounce to practice your power shots when you're gold. When you move into platinum or diamond, you can try to take shots more airborne like this. You can take a volley. This one, for example, if you're gold, just let this ball bounce, take a good shot on net, preferably on net, like this. But if you're higher and you want to push yourself a bit, this is a wall shot. So you're supposed to get up the wall and take a shot on net. Like so. Preferably better than that. Next shot is an awkward angle. So you need to go around that ball, take your shot. This one is a shot you're going to have to chase. So they're all good game scenarios to practice. Like I said earlier, focus on hitting the corner of your car right after the bounce. This one, you can't let it drop, so you need to actually take a volley before the ball hits the ground. Be careful because the ball has a lot of downward momentum at that point. It's pretty hard. The next training pack I suggest is more for higher platinum or diamond players, or even champions. I still practice this training pack. It's called Biddles Consistency. So you have aerial shooting, you have volleys, you have power shots, you have wall shots, you have everything in this pack. I wouldn't tempt this pack as a gold player. I think it's a bit too much. For a higher rank player, it's a very, very good training pack. Trying to score it without doing too much craziness. So see, there's a power shot here. Good shot on net. So basically, I'm asking you to do about 5 minutes of practice a day. Let's say you're gold and you don't attempt this training pack, you attempt the other one, and you go through it too quick. Go again and try to aim for the corners a bit more, have more power on your shots or something like that. You can push yourself. Even if there's a defenseman on this shot, it's going to be hard for him to save it. Pardon? Oh. So now you're platinum, and I suppose you discovered the button re-air roll on your controller. And why is this important for Wavedashes? It's because the number one place that we use a Wavedash is when we jump off a wall. So we're gonna jump and Wavedash. Why do we use Wavedashes? It is because we get the acceleration from a flip without losing control of our car for that long. When we jump off a wall, we can Wavedash and flip. We get even more speed, and we lost control of our car only for the time of that flip. How to do a Wavedash? You need to tilt your car backwards a bit, and then you flip forward as your back wheels hit the ground. The actual mechanic is very simple. What is hard is when we use it. We won't go around the field and just Wavedash like this instead of flipping. We have no plus value in doing this. We're going to use it off the wall where we don't want to flip here because it's too long. We want to jump down and Wavedash. We also use it if we take a shot on net and we recover in the net. We can go around air roll, and wave dash. And then flip. You can wave dash backwards. And wave dash sideways. Basically, every time you flip and all your wheels make contact with something, it cancels your flip. A thing that I said in the half flip tutorial was that a good moment to use to practice all your recoveries is when there's a goal that's scored and then there's the explosion. You can half flip, wave dash on the wall, wave dash on the ground. Use these 2-3 seconds to practice your recoveries, because honestly, it is boring to just sit in free play, half flip and wave dash for 2 minutes. But it is mandatory to get more agility on the field. I would suggest to, at the beginning of your session, to do 2 minutes of recoveries. So if you're gold and you just end up half flipping for 2 minutes, half flip for 2 minutes. It needs to become second nature. And then you have wave dashes and half flip. So wave dash around and then half flip. You know, wave dash, half flip. Oh, wave dash, wave dash, wave dash, wave dash, half flip. So you do 2 minutes of this at the beginning of all your sessions, and you're gonna become so much quicker on the field. You're gonna outspeed everyone. And that's it for the wave dash. Dribbling, I think, is a platinum skill. So it's basically the skill of keeping the ball on your car while you drive around and having some control on it. The main trick to dribbling is to picture your car like being a pyramid. And if the ball is in the middle, it's going to stay pretty center. And then if you want to turn right, you need to put it on the right side slope and turn into it, and it's going to turn. If you want to turn left, you do the same thing. If you want to accelerate, you let it go a bit in front. If you want to slow down, you put it in the back. Another good tip is, at first, focus on the circle on the floor. If I'm on the right side of the circle, it's going to turn left. If I'm in the middle, it's going to stay in the middle. So on and so forth. Basically, that is dribbling. The next question is, how do we practice it? For console players, I suggest this map, Pillars. It's the closest we can get to have an obstacle course within the game. So what I tell people is drive around controlling the ball in a figure eight. So it's going to force you to turn right, turn left, to speed up, to slow down, so on and so forth. Just by doing this, you're going to improve your control. For PC players, this is the thing. Dribble to Overhaul. Again, if you don't know how to get workshop maps and you're in PC, whether you're on Steam or on Epic, I have a video that's going to be linked in the description. First thing, I hit this knob, which starts the timer. It's behind the controller right now, but you don't really need to see the timer. It's fun to have the timer when you're able to clear the map. It should take around 15 minutes is a reasonable clear for champion, high champion. And then you can do it over and over again and improve your time. So it's an obstacle course. At first it's straight, but then there's curves. There's going to be moving obstacles. You're going to have to dribble upwards. You're going to have to dribble downwards. If for the first time you practice your dribbling, this is pretty much as far as you're going to go. Don't get discouraged. Keep doing your 5 to 10 minutes a day of this, and you're gonna improve. Over a week or two, you're gonna reach, this level or this level. Just keep on going. It's gonna take some time. It's not an easy skill. We're getting towards, harder skills. When I do this map, normally I flick the ball at the net at the end, but I am going to have a separate section on flicking. I just want to leave it right here. That is something you can do to compound your practice. This is all you need to know for dribbling. It's going to take you 10 minutes a day for a few weeks, and then it's going to become natural. Flicks. Now that we know how to control the ball on our car, we need to know why we do it. If we keep hitting the ball, what happens when we climb is that the other team knows that you're gonna clear the ball. So they stay further and they just get the ball back. We don't want to give them the ball, it's our ball. That's why we dribble. But what happens if they realize that we're dribbling and they challenge us? If we do nothing, they're gonna hit the ball and it's gonna be their ball again. So if someone's coming at us, we flick. That was a flick. There's a few different flicks. The first ones are the front, the side, and the diagonal. There's also the backflip flick. To be honest, I don't use it much. Not a fan of the backflip flick, but it is a tool to have. To be honest, these 4 flicks, I use them mostly to pass someone and get the ball back. I'm gonna flick and I'm gonna catch the ball again, and then I'm gonna flick on net. I use them also to flick on net when I don't have room to do anything else. To flick, if the ball is bouncing and you try to flick, you're never gonna get a good flick. The ball needs to settle like this to get a flick. Another important thing is that if I keep the ball on the back of my car and I try to front flick, I won't be able to. To front flip, I need the ball at the front of my car. If I want to back flick, I need the ball at the back of my car. If I want to side flick, I need the ball on the side of my car. I think that's about it for the basic flicks. Position of the ball, and it has to be settled. If it's bouncing too much, it won't work. Now, for the weapon in flicks, you have room. You get the ball in your corner. They give you space. You pick up the ball, and then there you go. How to do a 45-degree flick. You need to jump, rotate your car about 45 degrees, and then you half flip. So you diagonal backwards to the right and then cancel your flip. It does this motion. And that's how you whip the ball with a lot of power. Like that, but on net. The best way to practice flicks is to press up on the directional pad, put the ball on the car, drive to the other net, and flick. And repeat over and over again. I suggest 5 minutes a day. You would improve considerably in no time. Fast aerials are the fastest way to get in the air in Rocket League. The actual process is not complicated, but the inputs are pretty quick, and if not done properly, will make you backflip. One important thing for fast aerial is your dodge dead zone. if your dodge dead zone is too low, most likely you will backflip when you attempt it. 0.6 would be the lowest that I would suggest. Should aim more towards 0.75. To execute, we need to jump, pull back, and then jump again while boosting. It looks a bit like this. Notice that I hold my first jump a bit longer, because the longer you press on it, the higher you jump. It's very important that you release your left stick before your second jump, or that's the moment you're gonna backflip. That's about it for the how-to. The problem is that it's gonna need a lot of practice. To practice, I would recommend this training pack, Self-Set Backboard Consistency. It is a training pack designed for double taps, but you could try to go for direct shots. You could as well practice your double taps. Now that you're diamond and heading towards champ, I want you to practice your fast aerials. So no matter what you do with the ball in the air, what we're practicing is the takeoff. The rest is bonus. While we're here for double taps, what is important is the first touch. To do them competitively, your first touch needs to be powerful, because if someone's defending, we don't want them to have time to get to that ball. But it also needs to be somewhere that you can reach, so hopefully an angle that's coming back at you. The further away from the net it is, the hardest it is to find the angle on the final shot. Another detail for double taps, you see me going upside down a lot to take the final shot, because I'm taking a shot downwards. And if I take a shot downwards with my car right side up, it's likely that I'm gonna get some wheel contact, and that's not what I want. So by going upside down, I'm more likely to get either the bumper or the front corner of the car. Again, it's a type of thing that I would practice 5 minutes a day. I think 5 minutes is a good time frame to practice stuff. You don't actually have time to get bored too much, but it's still enough time to develop some kind of muscle memory if you do it often enough. I think that's about it for fast aerial. There's not much. I want you fast in the air to beat people with speed, and I want you to practice it enough so that when you notice that you're first, you can then apply yourself to get a good touch, to either take a good shot on net or turn it into a double tap. It's going to be an invaluable tool in champion, fast aerial. Be quick in the air, be agile, be comfortable. That, I think that's what we're trying to build. It's comfort. You need to be able to fly and analyze what's happening around you and make good decisions depending on the defensive formation. But for that, we need to build comfort. Again, 5 minutes a day, no reason why it wouldn't happen pretty quick. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking the video. Tell me in the comments down below how your progress is going, if you're improving. See you next time, and good luck on the grind.